like a girl. You move like an old auntie. You an old Charlamagne. I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't. And then we gonna fight. You won't do shit.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Listen, y'all. Apparently, Dame Dash is about to take over the algorithm tomorrow. If you did not know, The Breakfast Club is about to release their latest interview with Dame Dash. Okay, they released a snippet earlier today, and already Dame Dash is talking crazy. Okay, after seeing this snippet, it's obvious they trying to go for the Birdman numbers, because let's be real, ain't shit else going on right now. But for those who may not know, about a week ago, Dame Dash, he asked Charlamagne and Envy, could he have a verbal fail straight off the rip? Here we are 6 days later. Okay, so again, if you didn't see the snippet, check out this clip right.
My name is Dame Dash, a.k.a. Dusko Poppington III. Tomorrow, I have a lot of announcements to make. I got to talk to Charlamagne and Envy about the things they say when I'm not there.
You acting like a girl. You move like an old auntie. You an old Charlamagne. I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't. And then we gonna fight. You won't do shit.
So yeah, as you can see there in the preview, Dame, he ain't playing. It's obvious, right? He been sitting back in the cut, watching all these platforms react to some of these headlines we've been seeing about his financial situation. Let's keep it real, right? So now Dame Dash doing what he always does, capitalizing off the moment. And I'm sure this is going to be a very entertaining interview, right? Because like I said, about a week ago, Dame had already put this play together, okay? And while we're doing this interview, actually, look, he's already planting the seed with Cam, right? Because Cam, let's be real, he's doing content as well on Revolt. So, he was, remember, Cam was sending shots at Un. Following week, Un is on the show. So it's a matter of time before we see Dame Dash on Talk with Flea with Cam so they can hash out their issues, right? Come on. This is all content. You get what I mean? He even went at Joe Budden. You get what I'm saying? That's why I said, look, appreciate you, bro. Joe, you just said you didn't receive any money from Rockefeller, but you just said I loaned you money. I'm confused. I wouldn't mind having a conversation. See, there you go. Bam, right there. He just, Dame, listen, I get it. Right now, it's a lot of money in the podcasting space. And, everybody's jumping in the arena. Cam, come on. Joe, he been doing it for a while. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he feels a certain way because he was doing it before everyone jumped on the wave. You get what I mean? Now, this seems like one of the only few hustles that's left. And, people are entertained. You get what I mean? And look, this was just yesterday, right? Let's see. Well, actually, earlier today. It's almost 12 o'clock. But yes, as you can see right here, man says, checkmate, okay? This is all a play. You know what I mean? He understands the internet. They asking a lot of questions about his grill. He just had the eye patch. You know what I'm saying? He going through some health issues as well. You know what I mean? Nothing but, good energy for Dame because the internet is talking, man. A lot of people talking, but one thing is for sure, the people will be watching this damn interview on The Breakfast Club because, again, if you know the history, right, between Dame and The Breakfast Club, come on, some of the best viral moments we've seen in internet history. And The Breakfast Club during that time, they was putting out a lot of heat. You know what I mean? A lot has changed in this media space. And, like I said, it's just interesting to see that Dame is, he ain't playing, okay? He's swinging for the fences. And I guess he's using these headlines, right, these moments in which the public is, issuing their concern as an opportunity to be like, you know what, let me go out here and promote these products because, again, remember he was challenging 50 Cent to a network type of verses and then, he just disappeared. You get what I mean? Next thing you know, you started seeing reports of him possibly losing his American New Network. And, one thing led to another and he's back outside again. So I don't know. Maybe things worked out in his favor. You see what I'm saying? Look, my man right here cheesing. He's showing off the grill because he see people talking shit. Come on. Listen, man. You know, I'm happy to see Dame in good spirit because at the end of the day, the internet, you know, they're good at creating narratives, and sometimes, you know, your words, your actions creates a perception amongst the people, and a lot of people look at Dame as bitter. You know what I mean? Calling people chatty patty. So, like I said, now, as you can see, this is Dame's revenge tour to spin the block and get back at all these platforms who's been reacting to the headlines. And like I said, he's going to be promoting the product. But y'all let me know, man. What are your thoughts on Dame Dash ready to punch Charlamagne right in his face? And did you hear Charlamagne talking about we going to be fighting? Come on, man. Stop. Y'all crazy on this internet, man. Talking about we going to be fighting. No, you're not. No, you're not, Charlamagne. You're gonna do a spin and you're gonna get the hell up out of there. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, you're gonna do the spin and then you're gonna, you know what I mean, get the hell up out of there. Come on. It's not about to go, you know, have a whole fight with Dame Dash in the studio. But honestly, if it came down to that, I understand because let's be real, ain't shit else going on, man. Ain't nothing else going on. Everything in this media space at the moment, you know, outside of the Young Thug and the Charlie Kirk situation that everyone's still reacting to, ain't a lot been going on right now. So these situations, what you see with Cam, you know, he's over there, you know, making situations happen just to have guests on. It's obvious. It's sitting there right in front of us. You know what I mean? Even Dame with this play, he planted this seed a week ago, and here we are. He's ready to have his verbal fair one with Charlamagne and DJ Envy. So, listen, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on Dame Dash and his, you know, him popping back out again, responding to several platforms, Joe Budden, Cameron. I mean, damn. You know, who's next? Who else do you want to see Dame Dash, you know, do an interview with? Because he out here giving out all the content right now, which is crazy because, like I said, about a month or two ago, you didn't hear from him. All we kept saying was these headlines, and everyone was, you know, worried for Dame. But as you can see, he got a new grill. He got a new attitude. He ready to spin the block. All right? He getting back at everybody talking shit. So y'all let me know what are your thoughts on all of this down in the comment section below. Like I said, I'm curious to know what are your thoughts, man, because as I sit back, I'm looking at the landscape, you know, aside from Joe, you know, Joe was ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? Now we're seeing everybody jump into the podcasting space, and you're seeing these, you know, said beefs, you know what I mean? These little exchanges back and forth, even in the sports world. Okay. That's how serious the money is in this media space, man. So that's why I said I'm curious to know what are your thoughts on rappers jumping out there, because it's obvious they knew this. You know what I'm saying? They just getting in the space, just swinging left and right, going for the fences, doing their best to go viral. Because again, there's no manual. You know what I mean? There's people who go too extreme, your Charleston Whites, and then, you know, those of that nature. But you know, the rappers, you know, this is a new arena, man. This is a new space. And like I said, I'm curious to know what are your thoughts on, you know, artists transitioning to the podcasting space, because sometimes, like I said, it just feels like most of the shit be staged anyway. They have one interview and then, you know, they back cool. It's all entertainment. Like I said, even with Dame, he using all of this as a moment to promote something. So again, y'all let me know your thoughts.